Hi there, it's me again. I don't normally do videos on a Tuesday evening once I've been to work, but I just wanted to do a very quick follow-up about the one that I did where I decluttered my sandals because I had a moment of weakness and I actually took back out a pair from the ones that I set aside for the charity shop, and I've kept them. So instead of 11 pairs, I've now got 10 pairs. And when I went to work this morning, very near where I work, there is a Salvation Army, and it's not got a shop, but it's some sort of like meeting place. But in the little car park, it has got one of the clothes banks. So I went across and I had a look at what they take, and they take clothes and shoes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bag up these rest of these sandals tonight, and I'm going to pop them at side of the door so that tomorrow morning I can stick them in the car and I will take them and put them in that clothing bank, because I don't want to be tempted to get out another pair of shoes, sandals. It was really dark. Excuse me, it was really dark when I went across this morning. It was still pitch black, and I could see on the container thing that they took clothes and shoes. I don't have any clothes at the minute, but what I have got is the couple of handbags that I that I decluttered the other day, but I didn't notice whether they take handbags. So I'm going to take these across tomorrow, get rid of these, and then I'm going to have another good look. And if they do take handbags, I've got the two that I've already took out of my handbag stash, and because I'm trying to sort of like organise them a little bit better, I found one more handbag. Now I don't know whether it's because I've got an absolute load of stuff that I keep finding things, or whether it's because I'm in this new mindset where I'm decluttering, that I'm just being a little bit more brutal, and if there's something that I don't want, I'm saying that's it, it's going. So I've got the two in my little box here, and I'm going to drag the other one, which is still under the bed, and if they will take them at the Salvation Army in that clothing bank, them 3 handbags I will take tomorrow. And that just leaves the pillar and this little pot thing, which I can physically take to the charity shop later on in the week when I'm off again on Friday. So that's the end of this little video. It is now time for me to go and snuggle down in bed. I'm going to be carrying on reading my Take Command book, and this is all about taking control of your thoughts and just trying to be more positive this year with the way that I think, and just everything, and everything that you do really is centered all around your thoughts. So this is literally my bit of bedtime reading. So thanks for listening, and I will see you again in the next one very soon. Bye. I thought I would just add a little bit more to this video. I took my bag of sandals this morning to the Salvation Army clothing bank, and the idea I got in my head was to check the actual container to see if it took handbags. And as I was crossing the road, because there is a busy road where I have to cross over, and it's a zebra crossing, and today and yesterday, both days, as I'm stood at the crossing, a vehicle was coming. One day it was a van, and then it was a car, and on both occasions they just zoomed straight past, couldn't even be bothered to wait. And so I went across to the clothing bank, and because I was that annoyed, I forgot to actually look on the thing to see if they took handbags. So I'm basically just going to go, I'm going to bag up my handbags. If I can find there it is. going to bag them up and I am going to take them tomorrow anyway. If I go the opposite way, sort of like to where I go to work, there is another Salvation Army building, and that does have a charity shop attached. So even if you're not supposed to put the handbags in, they will, I know they do take them. So this is one of them that I've already decluttered from my handbag. It's alright, but it's not very, it's quite tall, but it's not very sort of like roomy in there. So that one is going, and I've got this one, which is the one that goes around your waist, but it's got a very tiny pocket, and I'm really annoyed about this because this is actually brand new. I've never ever used it, so I am really annoyed, but I've had it in my handbag stash for years, so it's going. And I've also found this one again, and this is just a black one, and this one again is, I think if I've used it once, it's pushing it, and I think, but again, I think I bought it in the sale, so I wouldn't have paid much for it, but it's just a bit too small for me. I don't like bags too big, but now you've got to start putting carrier bags and stuff into your bag if you're buying and shopping. I just don't find that this is actually big enough, so this is another one that is gonna go. So again, I'm gonna bag them up. They're going to go at the side of my front door, and I will be taking them tomorrow to get rid of them. So that's that done. So will I be back tomorrow night? I honestly don't know. So it's kind of like not goodbye, it's just good night and maybe watch this space. Now I am going to go and do some more homework on my Take Command book. See you later. We finally made it to Thursday evening, and this is the best time of the week for me. It's the last of my working days this week, so I've got the next 4 days off, and I'm not going to lie, I absolutely love my days off. But I just thought I would add a little bit more to this video. So this morning about 6 o'clock when I woke up, I was laid in bed just before I got up, and all of a sudden I could hear the birds chirping. And at first, because it was dead quiet, they sounded really loud. But as I'm laid there, I just thought, you know what, this is actually, it just sounds really nice. And for me, it's a sign that spring is really on its way. Although today the weather, it's not been very nice, and I don't think it's going to be very nice over the next few days, but still, it's, you know, I'm trying to be positive. Spring is on its way. So I got up out of bed, I've been to work, and I've took the other black sack with my handbags and I popped them in the Salvation Army clothing bag. So now they are out of the way, and I've just got a few little bits which I'm going to have to physically take to a shop. That will then clear that little pile until I find some more that I want to declutter. But in the next few days, it's actually my mother-in-law's birthday. So we bought her a new jumper, and as you can see, this is pink. I'm not a huge fan of pink because I think you have to get the right shade for your skin tone. And this one, it's quite a muted, almost dusky pink. It's got a bit of lilac in it. And I think this would look really nice on my mother-in-law. So we got it from Sainsbury's, and it was £16. And we've also bought her a bottle of whiskey. So we're going to go and take them up in the next few days, which means I'm going to have to try wrapping this, which is, you know, it is not my favourite thing to do, wrap presents. But David's decluttered some of his books, and we've got maybe 8. And these are books that we think his mum will like. So that's another few books out of their way, out of the house. So yeah, that's kind of where I am at the minute. I have finished my book that I was reading, Take Command. So I'm just going to go and see what book I can just dig off one of the old books that I'm rereading, and then once I've reread them, I'm giving them all away. So yeah, I'm going to crawl back into bed, snuggle down and do some midnight reading. So once again, thank you for watching, thank you for your time, I hope you all have a really nice weekend, even if the weather is as bad as what I think it's going to be. But let's be positive. Birds are chirping, spring's on its way. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.